So, hello everyone, welcome to our lecture 4, and our topic is OOPS, Object Oriented Programming in Python. I will write it for you. So, this is our topic today. Okay, so welcome back to our Python course, and in our last class we have learned strings, file handling and exception handling. Okay, and today we are going to learn one of the most important concepts in programming, that is OOPS, Object Oriented Programming, which is most real world software including apps like WhatsApp, Instagram, Amazon and banking systems is built using OOP concepts. Okay, so let's start our lecture. So what is OOPS? So imagine a classroom, and every student has a name, okay, roll number and age. Okay, these are called attributes. Okay, all these are known as attributes. These are called attributes, and every student can write, study exams and attend classes. These are called behaviors or methods. Every student can study, okay, write exams and attend classes. These are called behaviors or methods. In Python we represent this using classes and objects. In Python we represent these using classes and objects. Okay, so let's give you the definition of these. Okay, so definitions. First definition is of class. So class is a blueprint or a template, and what is object? So object, definition of it is a real instance created from a class, from a class. Okay, so I'll give you some real life examples, like, so this side it is class. I will write the example like class and object. Okay, so suppose car is a class, and my Honda City is an object. Student is a class and Rahul is an object. Mobile is a class and iPhone, my iPhone is an object. Okay, then laptop is a class and my MacBook is an object. Okay, so these are some examples of classes and objects. So I will show you how to create a class and a object. Okay, creating classes and objects. I will show you how to code it. So I'll give you the first example, that is class student, and I'll use pass statement. Yeah, then I will write student1 and student bracket, then I'll print the student1, okay, right. So see, here class creates a class, and student1 is a object. This is a class and this is known as object. Okay, I'll run it in the compiler and show you. Just a minute. Okay, so class student pass student1 student, then I'll print student1, then I'll run it. It is giving some error. Okay, oh, all right. If I run it, as you can see, a class is created as main.student object at this. Okay, so let's go to the second example, that is attributes. We have learned classes and objects, as you can see. Let's see it one more time and revise it. So class is a blueprint or a template. An object is a real instance created from a class. These are the some of the examples of classes and objects. These are classes and these are objects. So car is a class and my Honda City is an object, and student is a class, Rahul is an object, mobile is a class, my iPhone is an object, laptop is a class, and my MacBook is an object. Okay, so I have shown you here an example of classes and objects, creating classes and objects. So if I have written class student, it has created a class, the named student. Then I have used the pass statement, and then this is called object that I have assigned student1 is equals to student, and then I have printed the statement student1. Okay, so it has created an object and a class, as you can see here. Okay, so let's see what are attributes. I'll show you with an example. Just a minute. Okay, so attributes, class student, student, name, Rahul, age 20, student1 equals to student. Then I'll print the statements, print student1 dot name, and then I'll print student1 dot age, student1 dot age. So this is our code. Let's run it in the compiler. Class student, name equals to Rahul, age, I'll assign it as 20. Then we will make an object student1 equals to student, and I'll print the statements. Print student1 dot name, and then print student1 dot age, and I'll run it. As you can see, both has been printed as Rahul and age is 20. Okay, so coming to the next example, that is multiple objects. Okay, so I'll write the code. I'll make a class student student1 equals student, then student2 student, then I'll print the statements. Print student1 dot college, sorry, we have to write here college equals to LPU. Okay, I've printed it, and I will again use the print statement, and I'll print the second student college, student2 dot college. All right, so let's print it. Let's do it in the compiler. I'll clear it and show you. Class student college is LPU, student1 equals to student, and then student2 equals to student, and I'll print these. Okay, so for your better understanding, I'll give you a space. Print student1 dot college, and print student2 dot college, and I'll run it. It's giving some error. Oh, sorry. See, both the students, I have assigned their college as LPU. So, and I have printed here both the students college with dot college. So it has given the output as LPU. The student1 also studies in LPU, and the student2 also studies in LPU. So this was the next example of multiple objects. Okay, so our next topic is constructor. Okay, constructor. Init. So a constructor, I'll write it. A constructor automatically runs wherever object is created and it is used to initialize object data. Okay, so I'll write here an example of it. Example: I'll make a class named student and define it. Def init self name and age, then self dot name equals to name and self dot age equals to age. So I will write here student1 equals student Rahul and his age is 20. So I'll print the statements: print student1 dot name and print student1 dot age. Okay, so here is the example of it. Okay, so here this self refers to the current object. Okay, I'll write it aside. Self refers to the current object and init initializes object attributes. Initializes object attribute. Okay, so I'll do it in the compiler and show you how it works. Class student def init self name and age. Okay, then I will write self dot name equals to name and self dot age equals to age. Then student 1 equals to student Rahul and his age is 20. Then I'll print the statements by using the print statement. Print student 1 dot name and print student 1 dot age. And I'll run the code. As you can see, it has given the output as Rahul and 20. Okay, so this was an example. I'll show you another example of it. So class is car, def self, then brand and model. Self dot brand equals to brand, and self dot model equals to model. Then car1 equals to car, Toyota and Fortuner. Fortuner, and car 2 is car, Hyundai and Creta. So these are the cars, and I'll print these cars as print car1 dot brand, then print car2 dot model. Okay, so this is another example. I'll show you by writing it in the compiler. Init, then self brand and model. Self brand and model. Okay, so self dot brand, sorry, equals to brand, and self dot model equals to model. Then car1 equals car, Toyota and Fortuner. Toyota, comma, Fortuner. And car2 equals car, Hyundai and Creta. Creta. I'll print the car brand and model by using print statement car1 dot brand, and then print car2 dot model. Okay, so this is the code. Let's run it. As you can see, the car has been printed, that is Toyota and Creta. So now coming to the next topic, that is methods. Okay, so what are methods? Methods are functions defined inside a class, and they describe what an object can do. So methods functions is defined inside a class, and they describe what an object can do. They describe what an object can do. Okay, so I'll write an example for you. I've defined a class named as student. Self and name. Name. Introduce self and then print it. Print hello, my name is. And then self dot name. Self dot name. And here student 1 equals to student and student name is Rahul, and then student 1 dot introduce. So this is the code. I'll show it in the compiler by writing it. Self and name, then self dot name equals to name, then def introduce self, then print it. Print hello, my name is. Then self dot name. Student 1 equals to student and student name, and then student 1 dot introduce. I'll run it. As you can see, it is given the output as hello, my name is Rahul. So let's give the second example. def add self comma a comma b, then I'll return a plus b, calculator and print dot add yeah, okay, 10 comma 20. So this is our code. Let's run it in the compiler. Def add self comma a comma b, then return a plus b, calculate equals to calculator, and print it as print cal dot add 10 comma 20. I'll run the code. As you can see, code execution is successful. So there is another topic, that is inheritance. So what is inheritance? Inheritance allows one class to use the properties and methods of another class. And methods of another class. I'll give an example. So class, I'll define a class as animal, then def speak self, then I'll print animal makes a sound. I'll define another class as dog. It is also an animal, so I'll use the pass statement. Dog equals dog bracket and dog dot speak. Okay. So here dog inherits from animal. Dog and dog can use the speak method. Okay. I'll run it in the compiler and show you. Class animal, def speak, self, then print it, print animal makes a sound, class dog and in brackets it is animal. Then I'll use the pass statement. Let me do it in a proper way. Dog equals dog and dog dot speak. I run the code. As you can see, it is given the output as animal makes a sound. Okay. So now we will learn overriding methods. So I'll give an example for your better understanding. Class animal speak self and print animal speaks. Class dog animal def speak self and dog dot speak. Okay, so this is our code for overriding method. I'll show you in the compiler. So first of all, you have to make a class named animal, then define it, speak self then print animal speaks. Yeah. Then I'll define a class dog animal and then define speak self, print the value, print dog barks. Then dog and dog dot speak I'll run the code. So it is given the output as dog barks. Okay. So now I'll make a mini project and show you how it works. So the project is named bank account. Okay. Let's write the code of it. Class bank account, self, owner and balance. Self.owner, owner, self.balance, balance, then to define deposit, self comma amount, then self dot balance plus equals to amount. Then we print deposited comma amount. Okay. Then you have to use the if else. If amount is less than equal to self dot balance, then print insufficient balance. And else print sufficient balance. No. Okay. Okay, I'll show it in directly in the compiler. Okay, let's write the code. So class bank account, init and self, owner and balance. Then I'll write self dot owner equals owner, then self dot balance equals balance, then I'll define deposit, self and amount, self dot balance plus equals amount. Okay, amount, then print deposited comma amount. I'll define withdraw self comma amount if amount is then equal to self dot balance then self dot balance minus equals to amount, and then print sorry, you have to use the else statement here. So else print insufficient balance. Then I will again define show balance and self print current balance self dot balance. Okay. Account, bank account, Rahul, comma 5,000. Here is a balance of 5,000 rupees. Account dot deposit, that is 1,000. 1,000 has been deposited, and account dot withdraw account dot show balance okay. So this is our code. I'll run it. As you can see, we have deposited 1,000. Okay, there is some error. This is the code. You can also write it and run it on your own. So today we have learned what is object oriented programming. Okay, and we have also learned classes, objects, and constructors, that is init, methods, inheritance, and method overriding. Okay, so these concepts help us build organized, reusable, and scalable software. Okay, so this was it. You can also see from the first we have learned what is OOPS, object oriented programming. We will revise a bit. So what is OOP? So name, roll number, and age, these are called attributes. And study, write exams, and attend classes, these are known as behaviors and methods. Okay, so in Python we represent these using classes and objects, and we have then read definitions of it. So just a minute. Okay, so class is a blueprint or a template. Object, a real instance created from a class. These are the definitions of classes and object, and these are some examples of class and object. So car is an example of class, and my Honda City example of object. Student is a class, and Rahul is an object. Mobile is a class, my iPhone is an object, and laptop is a class, and my MacBook is an object. So creating classes and objects. So I have shown you here an example. As you can see, I have created a class named student. Then I have used the past statement, and I have created here an object. This is known as object, as student1 equals to student, and I have printed the student1, this object. I printed this object. Then we have studied attributes. So class student, then I have assigned the name as Rahul and age as 20. Then I have printed student here, and student1 dot name, then student1 dot age. So the name and age here have got printed. So then we have read multiple objects. How to create multiple objects? This is an example of multiple object code. So we have created a class here. Then we have assigned college as LPU, and we have printed the both students colleges, and it has given the output as LPU, if you remember. Then after we have studied init, that is known as constructor. So let's see the definition of it. A constructor automatically runs wherever an object is created, and it is used to initialize object data. Okay, for example, we have given this code. I have told here that self refers to the current object, and init here initializes the object attributes. Okay, so we have studied here methods. So methods are functions defined inside a class, and they describe what an object can do. I have also given an example and done it in the compiler. Okay, so we have studied inheritance. So inheritance allows one class to use properties and methods of another class. Okay, these are the examples. Okay, we have seen the examples, and we have done the mini project here. Okay, of a bank account. It has some errors, but if you write it properly, it doesn't have any error. Okay, right. Okay, so this was it for today. See you in the next class.